Ravens almost blew it again. They just don't want to win games. They want to try to lose them. But they won. Finally. Just like the Saints, they gave up a game. I watched a little bit today. Not much. Listened to it. Didn't watch it. Yeah, GS Sports records those games live. You can listen to it live. It's pretty cool. Not bad at all. Did a lot of work around the house today, getting ready to sell it, hopefully. Spent a lot of money fixing it up. My EXP Alliance Group realtor didn't do jack for me. Got taken advantage of by BRIJE Construction here in Rolling Hills, Florida. But I'm going to sell my house, break even. Not a big deal. I fixed everything. But shout out to EXP Alliance Group Orlando and BRIJE Construction in Rolling Hills, Florida. Both of you guys still work together. EXP Alliance Group realtors. 3 of them did separate videos today and yesterday for BRIJ Construction Homes. I don't need to mention their names. You can look them up yourself. Berkshire Hathaway and Remax, they don't use people. They use the house and they do full disclosure, unlike EXP Alliance Group Orlando. They're all from South America. None of them are natural born citizens. They can't speak English very well. They're hard to understand on the phone. And I got taken advantage of by EXP Alliance Group Realtor. And I got taken advantage of by BRIJE Construction Realty in Rolling Hills, Florida. They've got several homes on the market. If you look up Rolling Hills, Florida, new construction homes for sale, you'll see BRIJE in there. They've got 3 of them in there just like mine for $350,000. Then they got a couple of them in there for $495,000, $500,000, then $530,000. You know, then $525,000 in that arena. It's all junk. All junk. Them houses in Marion Oaks, they're all junk. You go look at my videos. It doesn't matter. And if you buy a second-story home, oh my goodness, what a big mistake. Do not buy a second-story home around the Orlando area. Don't do it. That whole second floor is plywood and 2x4s. And then it goes up to the roof. It's all 2x4 and plywood. Most of the house is plywood and 2x4 construction. Terrible. Terrible. Mold, mildew, termites, depreciation of value. Not only that, it's a fire hazard, in my opinion. Man, them things go up just like that. The roofs will blow off in a hurricane. You don't need it. Not about a 70-mile-an-hour wind will blow that roof. The shingles will start flying off. All kinds of problems. It's so disgusting to see what they're doing in Ocala, Marion Oaks, Rolling Hills, Kissimmee, Davenport, Summerfield. They're just clearing the trees. They're just taking away forest, precious. What's little left of the greenery in forest areas, they're just taking them down in Marion County. All the builders and realtors from Orange County in Orlando have pretty much used up all their properties there. So they're going after Marion County now with their lax laws and their building codes. And they're just taking down all the trees they want and putting them in a pile and setting up big bonfires. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable what they're doing. And then they get to build 2x4 and plywood construction homes. No problem. And the Marion County Building Department inspectors turn a blind eye to everything. They don't do anything. And when you buy a brand new home, the inspectors don't see anything wrong with the homes because they're all in cahoots with the realtors and the developers. It's crazy. You got to be careful. Just because it's a brand new home, especially from BRIJE in Rolling Hills, Florida, don't trust them. Stay away from EXP Alliance Group realtors. They're on YouTube, still doing videos as of tonight, as of yesterday and today, of BRIJE Constructive Homes, even though they know that I've had problems with that construction company and that person. I lost over $15,000 in repairs that should have been covered in the warranty. That should have been put in check in the first place by the inspector. I should have got concessions and credits. But my realtor, yeah. And of course the state of Florida is not going to do anything. I knew that wasn't going to happen. The state of Florida doesn't crack down on realtors. It doesn't crack down on contractors at all. You can report them. It takes a lot to get them to do anything and to budge on anything. They're not going to do anything. They're getting paid just to say, we don't see any wrongdoing here. They do a long, lengthy investigation that takes over 6 months. And you get a letter one day that says, no, there. Nothing to see. Have a nice day. That's crazy. State of Florida. It starts at the governor's office, who allows contractors to develop anywhere and clear as much land as possible and build any way they want to, especially around Orlando and Ocala, Marion County, Marion Oaks, Rolling Hills, Orange County, Orlando, Kissimmee, Davenport, St. Cloud, Opaka. You people are crazy buying 2-story luxury homes in communities with neighbors on both sides. Cookie cutter, plywood homes. I think you're about 12. Not enough to drive a car through, I can tell you that. It's amazing. There's building row houses everywhere. Recipe for disaster. Everybody hit the thumbs up, please, if you can. Hit the thumbs up, please. You can make a comment. Or hit the thumbs down even. It doesn't matter. Hit the thumbs down. That's cool. You can hit the thumbs down. Thumbs down. Make a comment. Call me an idiot. Do whatever you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna hit the thumbs up. Then I'm gonna call myself an idiot. You're an idiot. See that? Oh, I can't believe it. That's slander, but I don't care. All right, everybody. Let's go. We got to find a way to promote peace in Ukraine. The UN and the European Union are full of crap. Justin Trudeau from Canada is full of crap. All they talked about today at the summit was how we got to save the world from climate change, the environment. Oh, carbon foot tax, we must do something. Yet, all around the world, the military-industrial complex is causing irreversible climate change, especially in Ukraine. These hypocrites know that we're stupid and know there's nothing we can do about it. We can't stop them from, we can't stop President Biden and NATO and the European Union. We can't stop them from sending financial aid and weapons to Ukraine and Zelensky and giving him jet airplanes to fly around the world and get awards in Hollywood and elsewhere. We can't stop that, and they know it. The United States and all the leaders around the world can keep the UN going, and the European Union now that they just developed. The European Union is nothing more than a spin-off of the people who got tired of the UN and NATO. They just wanted to form another power base, and boy, it's a big one. The European Union passport, European Union currency, unbelievable what these French, Swiss, Belgium, German elitists have done. These Zionist, communist zillionaires. Did you hear what I said? Zionist, communist zillionaires. There's a group of them. And they're the ones that invented the Cold War. They're the ones that invented the collapse of the Cold War. They're the ones that invented one Germany. They're the ones that invented moving the German capital from Bonn to Berlin. They're the ones that invented the European Union. They're the ones that invented Russian collusion. They're the ones that invented the Ukraine war. They're the ones that have caused the overpopulation of radical Islam in Europe and the collapse of democracy and Christianity in Europe. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But that's what's going on. Somebody's got to be responsible for it. And it continues. If you can't see it for face value, then I don't understand. How can they have a climate change? How can they have a UN summit that basically evolves around saving the environment and the planet and feeling sorry for all these poor nations that are in civil war in Africa? All these poor nations that have been in civil war for ages, communist nations that have all been the Dutch, the French, the English, right? They all control or semi-control Africa and have made such a cesspit out of their billions of dollars in earnings, and civil war has developed between communists and Muslims and different tribes and partial Christian democracies. It's amazing what the French and the Dutch and the Germans and the English have done in Africa. And like I said, they're part of that elitist group. They're the ones that developed the diamond trade. They're the ones that developed slavery. It's so obvious. History doesn't lie. There's no conspiracies in history. It's all there. What is the history of South Africa? The history of South Africa is the history of what's going on today around the world. Basically, the conflicts, what you see going on in South Africa is really, or what has been going on there, and or in other parts of Africa. It's all part of the spinoff because of the monies that have been made there. There's no doubt about it. The oil exportation, the diamond exportation, lithium mines, everything. Cobalt. There's so much untapped resources, and at the same time, China, Russia, and America and Europe are all supplying weapons to different sides to maintain some sort of stability and control of their assets. And at the same time, they claim that climate change is causing all these problems and famine in Africa. And I just don't see the validity in their speeches on climate change when their activities in Africa contradict their eagerness and desires in front of an audience far away from what they're doing in Africa, and then the way they're promoting the next day at a Security Council summit and planning and giving more financial aid to Ukraine. It's ridiculous. If anybody can't see the parallels, I'm sorry. I just don't know. It's really sad that we can't have peace in Ukraine right now. It's unbelievable. Russia took Crimea under Obama, under Vice President Biden, and now, again, when Biden got in, they started taking more swaths of Ukraine, and more wars started up. I don't know exactly if that's a coincidence or it has anything to do with it, but I know one thing. The European Union is a joke, and NATO is a joke, and Zelensky is a joke, and I think that the U.S. should pull out of all the U.S. should pull out of all of it, and let's save some money and put it back in our own country. We got to stop giving money to NATO. We got to bring our troops home. We got to get our troops out of the Middle East. We got to get our troops out of Europe, and we got to stop supplying weapons and aid to Ukraine. We got to get out of Iraq. We got to get out of the green zone. Shut down the green zone. Shut down the military footprint in Saudi Arabia and in everywhere. Shut down our military footprint in the Middle East and in Europe. Then let's see what happens. Let's pull back. Bring all our troops home. The wars are over. Weapons of mass destruction are gone. Saddam Hussein is gone. The Taliban have been defeated. Come on, man. What are we doing in Iraq? Why do we have a green zone? We gave Afghanistan back. Let's just give up, and we shouldn't be there. Iran is a joke. We let Iran do whatever they want. What are we doing there? Let's just get out of there. We can drill oil at home. We don't need Middle East oil at all. Let's pull all our troops out of the Middle East, Europe, Africa, and bring everybody home. Stop funding the European Union and NATO. Stop giving money to Ukraine. Let's bring all our money and assets home, and let them worry about their own problems. We can drill at home. We got our own oil. We can build back better by building everything and not relying on Chinese plastic goods anymore that are polluting the oceans with microplastics. Okay? We got plastic erosion going on. And nobody cares about that. Didn't hear one mention about that. China is the biggest plastic producer and polluter in the world. And plastic is a petroleum product. So there you go. There's your carbon footprint, if there is one, to negotiate with and give somebody some penalties. Go after China. I wish Justin Trudeau would go after China. Never going to happen. Nah. Justin Trudeau will never go after China and say, you guys got to stop producing so much plastic and pollution in the oceans, and you guys got to get out of the South China Sea. It belongs to the Philippines. Those are national waters. You won't hear that. Nah. Just like Obama, just like Biden. These guys are all weak. They have no position on anything. Nothing. They don't have any position on anything. That's what's so crazy. It's just status quo. Go along, get along, make your own money. Everybody's worried about their own personal financial wealth. Can you blame them? They're at the top. They got real estate holdings. They got to worry about their timeshares and their condos and everything else. They ain't got time for politics. Their political paycheck is minuscule to what they're making on the side.
I think I left my joint in the crib. Or I must have forgot to grab it. Yeah, that is crazy that I forgot to grab my joint. Crib. Oh well, fuck it. At least I got one already rolled up when I get back. Yo, what up, Mike A? What's going on?
Not much. That was me. Shout out to some other local live streamer right now, driving around New York. Who's that? Oh, let me give you his actual.
Yeah, R.I.P. to the blunt. Shout out to Daniel Burry Sports Highlights with Goody and the Hoodie, brother.
NYC Smoke.
Let's get it. Shit.
NYC Smoke.
Big ups to the homie.
NYC Smoke 33.
Let's go. How you like that new porn blocker?
Mike, let's start with Kansas City. As we said a little while ago, the numbers haven't been real pretty for the Chiefs, but they're 2-0 so far. What are the keys for them to go to 3-0 for the first?
These may look like dentures or partials, but in fact, and I kind of showed a little bit of the depth the Seahawks had because almost Florida City didn't miss a beat, but they certainly filled in nice.
Oh, they did a great job on that. I think it was all game tackling. Once you see like them guys was left out the second half, but they kind of saw what the defense was doing throughout the whole game. So knowing that, the coaches did a great job, like you said, the depth.
Well, good evening, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us for this special Seahawks Sunday edition of Creme 2 News. I'm Channing Curtis.
And I'm Tim Pham. We are the morning anchors of Up with Creme, and we're glad to be here with you tonight.
So the Seahawks definitely put on a dominant defensive display against a broken Dolphins squad this afternoon.
That's right. Creme Tuesday.
Ravens and the Cowboys in a way too early loser leaves town question mark? Well, it wasn't the Ravens leaving town. And if they are, they're leaving with a W. King Henry.
It's over. It has to be over.
Running rough shots.
Cowboys lost. Cowboys lost. The Cowboys lost. Watch the hypocrisy of the Cowboys lost. Yo, the Cowboys lost. I'm sorry, but the Cowboys lost. Cowboys fans are hypocrisy moving in the left, right. My Cowboys family. Cowboys mosh. You guys are going to be screaming and shouting and doing this and that. The Ravens tried to lose the game. There is no positivity with the Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys suck. That's right. The Dallas Cowboys suck. Say what? Dallas Cowboys suck. What? That's right. Dallas Cowboys suck. Say what? Dallas Cowboys suck. Get rid of Jerry Jones. Dallas Cowboys suck. Dallas Cowboys suck. Dallas Cowboys suck. Say what? Dallas Cowboys suck. They're a bunch of crybabies. Those Cowboys fans, they're all going to be crying and lying. That's right. I'm done. Get out of here. Bunch of idiots. I hate the Cowboys. Oh, the Rams come back and beat the Niners in the fourth quarter. Wow. Andy Dalton enjoying his comeback, playing with the Panthers. Had a good game. A lot of upsets today, a lot of close games. It's so early, you know. There's just a lot of you got to wait till week 10 to sort this thing out. Some teams will win 2 or 3 games unexpectedly, but they'll bounce back, you know.
Have you heard about the salt trick that's making men stay hard for hours?
I don't need that commercial.
Set up and throw. First goal for Diana Taurasi. Field goal for Diana Taurasi. Her third.
This is a big-time defensive play right here. Cloud on Collier. That is by design.
I'm sure she's going to play next year. She looks good. She looks good out there.
Screen by Griner, opening up Taurasi for the jumper.
She needs to play one more year.
Carlton puts it up. No
She looks real good. As long as she doesn't hurt her anything. She looks lit, man. She's playing good.
Never panic when the shot clock winds down.
Oh.
Trigger. Money.
So they're not going away easily.
Yeah, she can play, man. She can still play. She must still play. Man, Panthers win. Wow, that's pretty good. They beat the Raiders.
Why did
Can you
that happen
believe it? The
with this
Raiders
guy?
lost. Unbelievable. Such weird stuff happened.